What's up, guys? It's Jazz
and Gabby,
and we're back with another video for you. This video segment is going to be our talk time for you, and we're going to be giving anonymous people some advice on some situations. So while we give you this advice, I have my tea,
I got my Kool-Aid,
and we're ready to get this video started.
Okay, how do you handle when a guy ghosts you after sex?
Well, it hasn't happened to me.
It's never happened to me, so never mind.
I would like for guys to ghost me after sex. I mean, that's just what, I don't know. But how do you handle it? It just depends on what the relationship was like, if there was a relationship, or if it was just gonna be like a one-night stand, or just a good time. Maybe it was meant to be a one-night stand. And
yeah. Also, it depends on how that person is. Like, when you first meet them, you should consider stuff like the way they treat you and things like that. But also, it be some guys that treat you really nice, and then you give it to them, and then they just disappear.
Yeah.
So you just gotta let it go.
Yeah. Some situations you can't control it. You just kind of got to go with the flow. Like, okay, well, I thought it was gonna be this, but it's not. So you can't really change it. You just have to, like, okay, well, it is what it is, and go to the next situation.
Okay, so question number 2.
Okay, when do you know that you're in love? Well, to me personally, I would say love is not it's not an easy feeling to describe. It's sort of just like, I can't explain it. You just know. It's overwhelming feelings and emotions. Just, I mean, love is not always fun, but I mean, it's undescribable. I'll say that.
I feel like there's a lot of people in the world, and I'm gonna say this for myself too, that don't know the difference between love and a habit. Some people don't want to let people go or something like that they don't want to get over them and be like, oh, I love them. No, they're just a habit. You're
could be lust.
Used to them. Yeah, it could be lust too.
Yeah, there is a difference between love and lust. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you can be lusting over somebody. That just means like the thought of them, or maybe you may be a little infatuated with them. That's not love. That's just lust. Love is something that is undescribable.
Right. I would say, how do you know when you love someone? I'm 18 and I've only loved one person. So I would say, like, when I knew I loved this person was when I just, like, always wanted to be around them. It didn't matter what it was for. It didn't matter if we was just walking around the block. I just always wanted to be around them. Always. They was like my best friend. Well, they are my best friend. And it's like you just connect with them on a different type of level from anybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Something nobody else can understand.
That's true. I mean, I've been in love a few times. I love my husband. I love my children. And loving my children is completely different than any kind of love that I've had. Like, that kind of love is like you don't even know this person that's growing inside of you, and then they're here, and then it's just this feeling you can't even explain, and you don't even know, like, wow, I'm really connected with this person. And I feel like that's what love is. Like, it's a connection that you can't explain it.
I agree.
So as far as like when you know you're in love, you just know.
Okay, so the next question, or the next advice that someone would like is, it says, let's see, maybe judgmental friends. So I guess, how do you handle judgmental friends or something like that? I say first off, if your friends are judgmental, they're not really your friends, because it's one thing to be judgmental, like, of everything you do. First of all, when you talking to somebody, you don't want them to be judging you off back. You want them to listen to you and understand you. And so if Jazz is sitting here telling me something like, I don't know, the reason why she want a new phone, and I'm just like, that is just so stupid. Like, oh my God, you're so dumb. Yeah, judging. Rather than saying like, oh, okay, I can see why you want that, but it may not be the best thing for you right now.
I get what she's saying. Me personally, I feel like I'm a very judgmental person. I judge everybody on everything, and nobody is exempt. So yeah, I feel like if they're your friends, and you should know that it's not like something serious. Like if you friends with somebody and you have a certain bond with them, then you just know like not to take whatever they're saying serious and stuff. Like, but if it's somebody new that you don't really know that well, and you still getting to know, and they're like always having something negative to say, then maybe you should have a conversation with that person. As maybe y'all should not even be friends. That the best thing is not to sit up and try to say what's wrong with the next person if your stuff not together.
Right. And I feel like at a certain age, women should not judge each other because nobody's perfect. But I see in high school, everybody judge everybody. It's just childish. But a grown woman
that doesn't
like
go
you,
away. That does not go away.
It don't?
Nope. I went to high school.
I heard about this.
College. It was there. Every job I worked, it was there.
Yeah,
Every
I think you
person
told me
I
that.
meet, people are gonna judge you. So you just gotta kind of grow a thick skin.
Yeah, you do. And if it's somebody that's judging every move you make, it's either two things. Either they truly are not your friend, or they're jealous of you and what you have. So just be aware of like negative opinions and stuff, because those type of people you gotta watch.
Yep, that's right. Okay. Next question.
The next question says, well, you read it.
Don't want to attend college anymore, and you want to do something
Or
else.
anything you want to do that can go towards your goals in life.
I will say college is not for everybody. It's okay to try it out, just to see. I wouldn't say like just avoid it altogether. It's good to get that experience in, and just to see like, okay, well, hey, maybe this is not for me. But then there's also a chance that I'm really glad that I came to college. So if you try it out and it's something that's not for you, it's just not for you. It's not for everybody. So just do what you think is best for you.
I would say, because I'm a freshman in college, I would say if you can't really say like, oh, college isn't for me if you haven't given it your all. Like when you give college your all and then you see like what your potential is and everything, and then you say, okay, college just isn't for me, then that's a different story. But if you're not doing anything, or you're not putting no effort into it, and you're just like, man, college not even for me, then it's like,
You didn't even try.
yeah, you can't really say that because you didn't exactly try.
Yeah. And I went to college. I spent some time in college, and I had some fun. I really did, but I didn't finish. And I just kind of lost sight of what I really wanted. So at that point, to me, college was something I had to try to put on hold to figure out what it is I want in life. Because I thought I knew what I wanted, but I didn't. So.
Okay. So this one says, okay, are you done?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done.
This one says, okay, so basically me and blank have been talking since like July, and in all honesty, this is a man I can see myself with. But like I said, we've been talking since July, and I still can't get this man to talk to me about how he feels or when he feels it. If I make him mad, he'll stop talking to me and go talk to our friends about it instead of telling me what I did and giving me a chance to fix it. I've been starting to fall back a lot because I don't like to deal with childish stuff like that. But I really like him, and I don't want to just give up without giving him a chance to change. But it's like I got enough to stress about without him, and adding on the stress of a guy is not what I need right now. But I want him. I just don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, first I want to say I'm not really sure how much of a man he is if he can't come to you and communicate with you properly, because that's what men do. Men communicate. And sometimes it just depends on his past. Maybe he's afraid to open up because he's afraid of what might happen, him getting his heart broke. Maybe it has happened before. You just have to sort of like, in my personal opinion, I would just kind of let him know how I'm feeling about it, express to him that, I wish you would communicate with me, and if that's something that he can't do, then that, sometimes you just got to let it go, and if it's meant to be, then it'll come back to you.
Exactly. I would say that because this is a younger person speaking, I know like they're not gonna think like an adult, but I would say just because he's young. Well, first, like you said, I agree with what you said. He's not a man if he can't express his feelings, regardless. And I agree with what you said when you said he might have been hurt before. Because I know someone who is like afraid to express their feelings or something because of something that happened in the past. So he might just be afraid to let his guard. So he might just be afraid to let his guard down. He might feel like, you know, because you're so beautiful that you might hurt him. You might remind him of a person or something like that. Yeah, like Jazz said, basically I feel like you should just tell him how you feel. And if he just simply cannot do it, well, obviously he can if he can talk to your friends about it, but he can't talk to you about it.
She's still young, so you know, I know being young, you feel like you can see yourself with this person. And in all honesty, he may be your Mr. Right. You just have to give it time and like let it go, or just fall back a little bit and then come back to it later on when he's ready, because maybe he's just not ready. I mean, I know you said y'all was talking since July, but maybe don't try to rush it. Just express yourself to him is really all you can do. You can express yourself to him, let him know how you feel. And if that's something still not working out for him, then, you know, you just got to fall back. 'Cause if you're young, it's going to be plenty of men that are willing to open up and talk to you about how they feel about you.
Right. Okay, so this first one I think you should read.
How do you separate lust from true emotion? Well, if in true emotion you mean love, how do you separate it? That's a really good question. What do you think?
Lust is when every time you're around that person, all you can think about is
That person.
sexual relations with them.
Keep
You know?
it PG.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. All you can think about is them in a adult way. You know, you don't have any other thoughts like, oh, I want to go here with them and experience this with them, or like, you know, find something new to do with them or something like that. And I would say true emotion is like something you just can't explain. Well, I don't know the difference between true emotion and true love. I don't really know.
Like Gabby said, and like we said a little bit earlier, when you lusting over somebody is just a relation that you have. So when you notice true love is something that you just feel deep down in your heart, you can't explain it, you can't understand it, you can't make sense of it. But lust is when you like, oh yeah, I'm for sure, I really know I love this person, because, you know, you can explain it and break it all the way down. Maybe it's not really true love. You know, maybe it's just you want it to be true love.
I agree. So the next question says, is there a certain age that you can find love? I say no.
Yeah, I agree with you. I say no. It's
No.
no age of finding love. Like, you can be young and think you're in love, and it can be lust. And you can be older and think you're in love, and it can be lust. So it's no age.
Yeah, I've heard people that were like 14, 15 and in love and like stay with that person, and they like 40 years old now and they still together.
Yeah.
And it's people that's 30, 35 just finding the love of their life, getting married and everything. So really it's just whatever God decides for you.
Yep. So to answer that question is no. It's no certain age. So don't think just because if you're like younger that, oh, I have to find love at, you know, in the next year or the next 5 years, because putting that pressure on finding love, you probably won't find it that way.
Right.
Sometimes love will just come to you unexpectedly. You just won't even know it's gonna hit you just like a a brick.
Train. Like,
Yeah, it'll hit you.
love is hard.
It'll be unexpected. So
Yeah.
So don't rush it. It'll come when it's meant to come.
Yep. You want to read this?
Do you believe it's smart to follow after your parents' lead as far as in religion, dating, customs?
I don't think it's smart, because at the end of the day, it's your life. But I would say always respect your parents and respect their beliefs, because they're your parents. But I say at a certain age, it's time for you to take control of your own life and live life, experience things and learn your own beliefs. Because when you have children, you're going to have beliefs too that might not be the same as your parents. So I don't exactly know what it means as far as like dating and religion. Like, I know my father is Catholic. He grew up in a Catholic home, went to a Catholic church, went to a Catholic school and everything. But to this day, like, he doesn't really go to church like that. And he never forced religion on me because it was forced on him, and he really don't. I'm not going to say he don't believe it, but he really don't agree with everything that happens.
I agree with that. I say
she forced Christianity on Jaden.
Me? No, I didn't.
I used to go to church,
but it wasn't because of me. It was his dad and his grandma. I don't go to church now, and it's not because I don't want to and I don't believe in God, because I do. I don't believe
you do go
that.
To church when you get the chance.
When I get the chance, yeah, but I don't believe that that's the only way to find God is to be in church and to practice the word. Like, I don't read the Bible. I mean, I'm sure people gonna probably have their own feelings about this, but I believe in Christian beliefs, and my husband is a Buddhist, so we have very different. Excuse me, I'm getting sick. We have very different views on religion. So, as far as following your parents' footsteps, my mom didn't force it on us. My dad didn't force it on us. I remember going to church. I remember being in the church, but it was never like, you have to go. It's mandatory. This is our religion. You have to read the Bible. You have to, wait until you're married to do this, that, and like, it was never anything like that. It was just, they let us learn things on our own, find our own way, and if we needed help along the way, they just helped us out. So I don't think you should have to follow your parents' lead. I mean, if you want to, just to see if it's something that's for you, you can always do that, but you don't have to.
Thanks. There you go. So the next one says, how do you deal with a best friend friendship when you are miles apart?
Well, we both got that.
Yeah.
Both of us is far away from our best friend.
My best friend, I'm in Iowa. My best friend is in Michigan.
I'm in Iowa. My best friend is in Illinois, so Chicago.
I say me and my best friend got a really good friendship, and we miss each other all the time, but it's really nothing we can do. We really trying to better our lives right now, and when we get the chance to, link up, we do. We will, whenever we get the chance. But just, you can't neglect your best friend, because that's the worst thing to do. Mm-hmm. You're going to meet new people. You're going to have other friends. But your best friend, you chose them to be your best friend for a reason. So don't, make them feel like you only did it because it was in that time and now you don't want to be friends no more. Something like, it's a commitment. Being best friends with somebody is a commitment, I believe.
And to be honest, my best friend, I've been best friends with her for well over 14 years, I want to say, since high school. And we didn't start off as best friends. We started off as friends. We did cheerleading together and everything. And just over the years, we grew close together. And now it's more like we're sisters. So I don't feel like that she would ever go anywhere. I do feel it's hard sometimes with her working and her life, and then me working and my life and my family. It's hard for us to always communicate every day, and see each other as much as we want to. But we know that we love each other. We know we each other's best friends. So no matter, in my opinion, no matter who comes into her life and who's around, they can't replace me. I'm best friend. I do feel, I miss her a lot, and I'm sure she misses me too. But dealing with it is just, you just got to try to make the time to talk as much as you can and visit each other as much as you can. I mean, that's what I say.
Thanks.
What you say? Same thing?
Yeah. Whenever you get the chance to, just try to hang with your best friend, reconnect, because you missed out on a lot being away from them for months.
Yes.
Months and months.
Yes.
And so when you do get to be with them, you have so much to say. Time just can't even fly by.
And even when you talk to them all the time, it's just not the same as being in person with them.
Oh my goodness. Me and my best friend in high school, every single day with each other, after school, in the hallways, all the time, going to her house, going to my house. We only lived 2-3 blocks apart. always together, and it's just a drastic change from always being together to not seeing each other at all. It's hard though.
It's hard. It's gonna be hard. But if y'all both put in the work and an effort, then it should be okay. You know, you gonna get through those rough times, and then eventually y'all gonna be around each other all the time. So, you know, just bear with it for the short amount of time you have, or, you know, however long it is, and then in that short time frame, just, you know, keep in contact and do what you can do to stay close. And then when y'all around each other, it'll just be easy to get back to like y'all never was apart.
Right. So the next question, did I read? Oh, okay, you can read that one.
Does time, years with a person outweigh a person you just met?
Relationship wise.
And this is in a relationship form. So basically the question I'm getting from this is, does being with somebody for a long period of time outweigh being with somebody you just met? Like, is there a difference? Like, does being in a relationship with that person for a longer amount of time, should it mean more than being in with a person you just met?
I say yes and no. First off, when you go from a long-term relationship to somebody else, it's totally different, because what you're used to versus something new, it could be better or worse. You don't know. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of adjusting. And I say, when you're with somebody for so long, it's so many things about them that you're going to try to expect out of other people. And then when you don't get that, or you don't see that, it's like, okay, what do I do? How do I handle the situation or something? Like, say you with somebody that never wanted to express their feelings or nothing, but then you get with somebody else and they always want to express their feelings. You're like, why are you so emotional? I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. And being what I say, my answer to this question is no. You could be with somebody for 10 years and be in love with them, be married to them, have kids with them, and, you know, not grow old, but, you know, be with them for years and feel like, oh my God, I love this person. And then something could happen and you guys are not together anymore. And then you could meet somebody and feel something that you never could have felt before. And be with this person for only a month or only a few months or a year and experience more with this person that's new to you than this person you've been on for years.
Right.
So it just depends on the person. Like, time does not outweigh, I don't say. It could be a new person that could make you feel better than that person you was with for years. So
yeah. And that could be a painful thing for you and the other person, because it's like, wow, I wanted this to be me and you for like ever. I wanted it to be me and you, and now I find this other person who is everything that I wanted, just not in your body. So, you know, it could be painful for the other person, like, wow, she or he is getting treated very well, and we was always arguing or something like that. And then for you, it could be like, wow, like they treating them really good.
But I also feel like I don't think in no aspect, sometimes moving on, it's not going to always be easy, but it's not going to always be painful. Sometimes it's just like, you know what, we both just realized that excuse me, this is not for us. Like, we tried it out, we worked hard at it, we communicated, we did everything we can do, but this is just not for us. And sometimes, you know, you just break apart and on a mutual ground, and it's not painful, it's not hard. You still miss that person because you're used to them, but it just wasn't meant to be. And when you move on to the next person, it could be meant to be. Sometimes in life, you just gotta take your chances. You only get one life, so you just gotta live it. You know, you may be in love and you're afraid to get your heart broken, but it's just a part of life. You just got to take your chances.
You're right. But I would say, don't take a chance and mess up.
But
don't be stupid. Like, okay, let's just say, for example, you with somebody for so long. This person did everything for you. It's not even about what they do for you. It's about the thought. You never have to ask them for anything. They care for you. They will give you the last penny.
That doesn't mean that that's going to make you feel good.
Okay, just listen to me. They could give you the last penny in their pocket, you know, just to make you happy or make sure that you're straight. And then you start dating or start talking to somebody else, and you only start talking to them because the way they look. And that makes you happier because you're more physically attracted to them. But they don't do nearly as much as the other person did. Just think about stuff like the person that you fall in love with. One, either it's not gonna be your type, or 2, you never gonna think like you would fall in love with a person like them. Or
That's
something.
true. That's true.
Who you fall in love with that you ain't never thought you was? Oh, your husband.
Yeah.
You never thought you would fall in love with him?
Yeah, I didn't. We worked together and we was good friends. And I don't know, I didn't see him like that at first. And then we both stopped working there and he was just like, you know, give me a chance. And I said, you know what? I'll give him a chance. And everything, you know, he said he proved to be right, and he was very different than the rest. And, well, you know, years later we had kids, we married, and happily ever after.
Like I said, I've only been in love one time with one person.
You still young, so you got some time.
Yeah, I got time, but I'm afraid. I don't think I want to fall in love with nobody else because
Love is
that
painful.
stuff hurt.
Yeah,
That
it
stuff
does hurt.
Okay.
Okay.
Some love. My bad.
Go ahead.
Some love is good, but some love just be like unbearable. Like,
Yeah, I understand. I've been through a few rough relationships in the past in high school, so it's not gonna always be easy. You just over time you just grow and you learn that everything just not gonna be for you. So
facts. So
that is the end of our segment for tonight, guys.
Yep.
Our talk time. If you like what you see, go ahead and press that like button, subscribe, leave us a comment down below.
share with your friends.
Share it, guys. And if you have any more questions for us, leave them in the comments. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.